Quite high hopes actually, because you know, it's like Ibiza gets a fair bit of stick for having some pretty tacky clubs, but this isn't one that has that reputation, so I had pretty high hopes for it. Crowd that you know, weren't idiots, which, you know, can be a rarity here, let's face it. Yeah, you know, like, and it was really good. Like, we could kind of play some like weirder techno stuff, which, you know, sometimes the idiots don't like. Yeah,
idiots
like,
are winning.
Yeah, they really are. We had a nice time.
Carl Crow's playing right now.
Yeah, so we better be quick, because it's a bit rude being out here while Carl Crow's
pretty much legendary about what was going on there in the 90s and who played and the atmosphere and everything, but I also loved the discotheque inside, and I think on Sunday it was maybe my best set ever at Space. I felt the magic, and the people had so much power, and I think it was the best set, one of the best set on the island I ever played. Last Sunday I didn't expect any, but I knew August is like, it's like crowded, you know, it's like a lot of people, but there was so much energy and love and happiness and whatever, you know, I felt very comfortable. like perfectionist and think about everything every day. And even it was already done, and we were close to master it and do the manufacturing and bring it to the shop. And I was listening to it one more time at home, and I said, there's two little things. It was just the sound of a snare and a little edit on one of the tracks. And I called the studio guys and said, sorry to call you, but we have to go in the studio again. And it's just these little things. And when these two things are done, I think it's perfect. And we did it. So it was a great feeling to come to this moment and say, I can't do it better. This is the maximum, you know. So because I tried to work with major companies on my last album and on the album before, and more or less it was a disaster. Don't give it to the big companies, do it yourself, and if you're unhappy, it's your fault, you know, because you did it. And but the majors, they don't listen to you. They release it and then you have a question and you don't get any answer anymore.
The original intention was to make an instrumental techno record, because that's kind of what we've been DJing out, and kind of a lot of the electronic stuff that we're really into is the kind of more long form, quite simple techno stuff.
One-off hedonistic sort of moment that is there and it's gone, obviously. But after we kind of thought of it, it developed into lots of other things. You know, obviously dance music really moves and modulates and changes really quickly, and you know, I suppose it's, you know, that's seen as temporary, but we see that temporariness as a really positive thing, because it's kind of a fast current of ideas, and it's a good place to make music. So
I think you can hear in every song it's changing. It's so much influences, so much colors, so much to say, you know. And I was sitting down for another 5 years from my last album on and think about a new concept, a new direction, and not repeating myself and go somewhere else. And I found this early electronic German producers, and I was really influenced by them when I was a little kid. I mean, I heard the music on the radio. I was not allowed to go to clubs, but then, you know, I was so many influences from movies, from art, from everyday life, from food, from people, from everything. I think to the German it was always very natural to work with electronic analog or now digital gear. It's a very common, regular thing for German people. You know.
It's pretty hard to a Monday morning. I have a bakery, I have a coffee to go shop. I'm the vice president of a football club, and with the label we're going in different directions now. We're releasing also books, and this is a completely different field of business, you know. So you learn something new every day there, and then it's Friday or Thursday, and you're on the road again for your gigs. So I don't think anyone really has a plan in this business. Whoever tells this, it's just a liar, you know. And I think it just comes the way it is. And maybe the superstar have a manager or whatsoever, or have assistants. But on our league, we just go with the flow, you know. As much work as possible.